A man with a healthy masculine initiates, plans ahead, prioritizes you, and pursues you. He cares about your goals, your visions, your desires. He doesn't ignore you. He doesn't avoid you because you are too much or because he needs some space or he needs to figure it out. He is certain on exactly what he wants, which is you. And when he knows what he wants, he go get it. Even if that means crossing over mountains to be with you. He is not afraid of expressing his love. He is not afraid of being vulnerable with you. He doesn't hide anything from you. He is reliable. He is trustworthy. He is confident. He is secure in himself. He doesn't blame you. He doesn't judge you. He accepts you the way that you are. He cares about you, not because he needs something from you, not because he needs you to do something for him, but because he genuinely cares about you. He genuinely wants to see you happy. And that, my love, is not even the end of the list. And I know that as we speak out these qualities, I know that a part of your mind may be thinking, well, it is too good to be true. And if that is the case, especially if you think it is too good to be true, that the man you are with can be that kind, that loving, that caring, that protective, the kind that treats you nothing less than the queen that you are, then keep on listening. Because in this video, we're going to be breaking your beliefs and you're going to be actually seeing how you actually deserve that kind of man. The man that is healthy, whole, kind, caring in his love for you. He doesn't just look good on paper, but he actually has a big heart and a big soul to be able to hold you, to love you, and how you can actually attract that kind of man. Because I totally understand, since there was one point in my life where I also felt like that the kind of man that I really wanted, the kind that is caring, loving, consistent, devoted in all the ways that I want, I thought that it was impossible for me. And man after man after man, I was trying to fix men so that they are more caring, so that they are more affectionate or initiative, so that they put in more effort. But it turns out, no matter how much I tried to change them and fix them to be the way that I wanted, the greater that they resisted, the bigger the resistance they had. And it was all because of this one block that I had, which I'm going to be sharing with you later in this video. There is this one big reason of why men aren't treating you in the way that you desire, in the way that you want. In other words, there is a reason for why the men that you attract into your life and that you get into relationships with, there is a reason on why they are not the strong, steady, safe, and secure masculine that you want. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how I changed it all the way around, where I went from begging for men to change to instead having the type of man, a life partner, a husband, who is exactly in the qualities that I've always wanted. And in fact, as I was speaking of the qualities that I mentioned earlier, I felt teary when I first spoke of them because I really can't believe how it's like the exact definition of my husband. And of course, in this video, I want to be sharing with you, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can attract your version of a healthy, safe, secure masculine into your life too. So when it comes to attracting a healthy masculine man, a mistake that many women make is thinking that if you just write down the qualities of what you're looking for in a man, you're going to recognize him and he's going to come into your life, appear straight out of the gate. But in the real world, it doesn't actually work like that. Because before you call in a healthy, loving, secure man, life, or you can call that God or universe, is going to give you the opposite of what you want. In other words, men who do not have the healthy masculine traits that you desire. So that means men who are the opposite of the healthy masculine, men who don't put in effort, men who don't pursue you when they say they like you, or men who judge you or avoid you, all the qualities of what you don't desire. And you're going to find them attractive because they're going to be really charming, but still they don't have all the exact qualities that you're looking for in a partner. And if you are desperate for love, you're going to give into it. You're going to settle for it. You're going to stay with these half qualified men. And we do that because you don't feel safe being single. You are afraid of being single. You are afraid of being left out. You're afraid of being alone. And so you give in to these men who are not exactly the kind that you want or treat you in the exact way that you want. And this is how many women end up being unhappy in their love lives, because in your mind you have this idea of how you want to be treated by a man, but when it comes to your real life, you cannot hold that vision. You melt away. You become infatuated with someone who doesn't have the exact qualities of what you're looking for. And so you give yourself away to men who are half or less as good as the healthy, loving, safe, secure man that you desire. And the reason why this happens, the reason why so many women don't attract the healthy masculine partner, even though they want that in their mind, is because the truth is that it's not about what you want. You don't receive what you want. You receive what you are used to. And for many women, we are not used to that type of healthy masculine love. We are not used to the type of masculine love that is kind, consistent, caring, devoted, trustworthy, reliable, all the qualities that you desire from a man. You have never had the experience of receiving that. And this goes way back. In fact, all the way back to your childhood. Many of us haven't been used to that type of loving treatment from a masculine, particularly the father figure in our lives. In other words, we have never been treated by the masculine in the exact way that we desire, where they fulfill our needs, where they provide us, protect us, support us. We have never had the experience of it, which is why you keep calling in men who are the opposite of it. Because why? It's because we don't have that strong internal reference of the healthy masculine that we desire. And for many women, especially if you grew up in a repressive society like mine, like where I grew up in Southeast Asia, especially with that cultural conditioning, especially with the social expectations on top of your father figure. You may have had a childhood where you were judged, you were not accepted for who you are, you were pushed to do what you don't want, or you were held back from having what you want. For example, when I was young, my father had huge expectations on me for me to be this high achiever, top level straight A student. And because of it, I had the internal reference from the masculine that expects a lot from me. So anytime I interact with men in my love life, I always felt like they were expecting a lot from me. I always felt like I need to fix myself. I needed to change who I was in order for them to like me, in order for them to be with me. In other words, love was very conditional. Love was very limited. Love was very finite, very scarce. And the reason why is because since you were a child, since you were a little girl, the masculine that you had experienced, whether that is your father or some type of the masculine figure in your life, the society that you grew up in, it was very demanding. It was very forceful. It was judgmental. It wasn't loving at all. In other words, it's like a wounded masculine. And guess what that does? Because we are only used to that type of wounded masculine. Therefore, when we go about our love life, when you go out on dates or get involved in romantic love, you therefore then settle for men. You therefore choose men who are also wounded in some way, shape, or form. For example, they are judgmental towards you, or they are not accepting of you, or they are wishy-washy with you, not committed, even though they say they like you, they don't put in effort, or even worse, this can look like men who abuse you. This can go emotional abuse, emotional manipulation too. In other words, because you are not used to the safe, healthy, secure man or masculine energy. Therefore, as a result, you let in the unsafe, the wounded, the weak, the oppressive masculine, which is the opposite of the healthy masculine, into your life when it comes to your love life. And it's not your fault that this happens. In fact, the reason why you keep on getting into toxic or unhealthy love, you keep on needing to strive and earn for love from men, is because you just haven't been aware of this. You haven't been aware of the fact that the truth is, it's not you who decides in terms of your love life, but rather it is your unconscious, it is your psyche. And if you have had wounds, if you have had experience of unhealthy love, these wounds are going to be the one who's deciding who you commit to, who you choose, who you're attracted, whom you're drawn to. And no wonder you find yourself time and time again back in these toxic love cycles. Men who are passive, men who are not committed, men who are controlling, men who are not reliable. The reason why you get into these relationships in the first place is because deep down there is a part of you that is trying to repair the relationship with your dad, the relationship that you had with a masculine figure growing up. And so what you then do is that there's this deeper part of you that's going to choose men, going to choose partner who treat you in the exact way of how your dad treated you, how the judgmental people in the past treated you. You're going to be trying to be earning love from them. And why do you do that? You do that because this deeper part of you is wanting to repair that love. But time and time again, you will find that it is impossible. You will find that trying to change men, trying to fix men, to heal them, to change them is impossible. Just like how it felt impossible when you were a little kid to earn your father's unconditional love. And as long as we are trying to get love from this wounded father figure, which is the same thing in your love life from these wounded masculine men. As long as you're trying to earn love from them, you will never be able to receive the love that you want. And this is the part where many women get stuck in and become trapped. We wait for years and years and years, waiting for the man to give you commitment, the man to change. We try to change them. We try to fix them. We try to heal them. We try to convince them so that they give us what we want, so that they finally choose us, so that they finally love us. And you will find that no matter how hard you try, no matter how long you wait, they won't, because you are trying to get love in the wrong places in the first place. In other words, you are trying to earn love from a wounded man, the wounded masculine, who is unable to hold you, love you, and support you in the way that you desire. Which is the reason why, if you want to change your love life for good, if you want to be adored, be pursued, to be loved, and to be taken care of by a man who sees you, who chooses you, who pursues you, who adores you in the way that you are, if you want to change the type of love that you receive in a relationship, the biggest work that you need to do is to change the internal reference point of what the masculine is. Because right now, what's happening, if men are not treating you in the way that you desire, it is because your internal reference point of what a masculine is wounded. It is a flawed, weak, or unaccepting or unloving. That right now is your internal reference point for the masculine, which is why you keep on attracting these type of men, and men keep you treating you in the way that you don't want or keep giving you breadcrumbs of love. It's just like how if you want your computer to run faster, you need to install a newer, a more upgraded version of a system, right? You can't be running the latest technology on Windows XP from the 90s. You need to change to the latest iOS system. And the same way, if you want to attract a different type of love that is more whole, more healthy, more caring, more providing, more accepting, if you want to receive a different type of love, you need to change your internal reference point of what the masculine is. And in order to upgrade that internal reference point, internal reference system of how a masculine treats you, you first need to choose it, to become it, and then to receive it. And that, my love, was how I called in my husband, whom now, even after years of marriage, he treated me in the way that is even better than what I've been looking for in a man. He is kind, caring, consistent, devoted, and the way on how I attracted him was because I was no longer waiting for that type of man. I was no longer wishing for that type of man. Instead, I choose to embody that type of energy within my own self. In other words, I began upgrading my internal reference system of how a masculine treats me. I started to treat myself in a way different from how I have treated myself in the past. I started to love myself, accept myself, choose myself, pursue myself, just like how I wanted to be treated by this loving, secure masculine. And this is the mistake that many women, especially those who are spiritual, that's what we think. We think that in order to attract that type of healthy masculine man, we just need to lay back in our feminine energy and try to express that mysterious feminine energy, essence, and look. But it's actually more than that. It's actually much deeper than that. Because as long as your internal reference system of what a masculine, as long as it hasn't changed, you won't be able to receive from your feminine. You will not be loved. You still won't feel safe to be loved as you are. And the truth is, in order to attract that safe, healthy, masculine men into your life, you first need to channel that energy. Let that energy exist in you and live through you, speak through you, create through you, be there for you. Let it hold you. You want to experience that first before you need to experience that energy first and foremost, and only then you become to attract that exact type of energy into your life. And in fact, that was what I did. Before my husband came into my life, I started to fall in love. I started to become loved by that inner husband inside of me, aka the loving, healthy, masculine man. And that is the biggest thing that you can do to shift your love life, my love, which is that you need to stop waiting for the healthy, loving, masculine man to come into your life, but instead you need to let him, his essence, his energy be there with you, not in the future, but in the right here, right now. So the question is, can you receive his love right now? If you imagine two parts of you, one is the masculine and one is the feminine part of you, can you feel the love from the masculine to you, the feminine, right here, right now? Because it is this love that you feel from him, that you receive from him, that is going to dictate the type of love that you allow yourself to receive from men. It's going to dictate the type of love that you call into your life. So in your mind's eye, in fact, you can imagine that there are two figures of light in front of you. On the right side is the masculine, and on the left side is the feminine, which is you. And if you are to imagine your masculine, how does he look like? Is he aggressive? Is he judgmental? Is he oppressive? Or is he undecisive? Is he insecure? And if he is any of the qualities that you do not desire, the work that you need to do is to call in the loving type of energy, the supportive, the kind, caring, masculine energy. That needs to be your everyday experience. That needs to be your lived experience in every moment. And that is how you call in a healthy masculine man. And it's also how I support my clients to attract that type of love too. And of course, if that is what you want deeper support with, and you want to find out the exact shift that needs to happen in your love life in order for you to receive the healthy masculine and partner that you desire, book a free one-on-one consultation call to see if personalized handheld guidance and support is a right fit for you. The link is in the description box below. Much love.